Hello and welcome to another reading. I'm trying to get some information, some energy reading for this Valentine's Day. I know I put up the new moon and Chinese New Year's reading before Valentine's Day when it should be the other way around. Well, but it's okay. It's okay. Energy is energy. And here's how we're going to do today. I know that people are going through different things, they have different paths, and even though we could do general reading on the collective energy, when it comes to love and Valentine's reading, it has to be a little more personalized, so something different today. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use a little bit of numerology. And how I would like to do this is that you calculate your sun sign and then I'll tell you what's going on. So this is how you do it. You add up your birth day and birth month together. That will be your sun number. Okay, did I say sun sign? I mean sun number. Anyway, so let's say, for example, mine is 19th of January. So that's 1 plus 9 plus 1. January is 1. So that will be my number. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So that will be my number. My sun number would be number 2. Okay? So take a minute or less to calculate this number. And then that should be between 1 to 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's one of these numbers. Okay? And then I'll pick a card or two for each of the groups. Okay, so there will be 9 groups in total. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll give you a little bit of numerology. Just a little bit. Otherwise, this video will be too long. Okay. So, if your sun number is 1, group number 1, what do you need to know? Okay, sun number 1, group number 1. Okay, and by the way, if your sun number is 1, this year is universal year 1, which means that personally it will be your year 2. So this is the year for you to find balance, maybe partnership, some kind of relationship. And for some people, it will be about intuition. If it has been rough for you, then you're going to find some calm this year in general, because it's going to be your year 2. Or then it's going to be the year where you learn to find balance, learn to find peace, and maybe learn to trust your intuition a little more, because 2 is also about intuition as well as balance and partnership or even relationship. Now let's see your card. Ooh, the devil. The devil. Okay. I need another card. I'm gonna get an oracle card for you. The devil is not necessarily bad. It's just that, okay, for you, group number 1, you just feel stuck. For some of you, though, it's like you're in a good place. If you're in a relationship and you're good, it's like, yeah, you don't want to change, you don't want to move, this is where you're staying. But for some of you, you feel like, this is so stuck, it's so stagnant, and you don't see a way out when it comes to relationships or other things. Well, it's supposed to be a Valentine's Day reading, so I'll try to focus mostly on relationship, but maybe in general you're just feeling stuck. Okay, for some of you. All right, what else do you need to know for group number 1? Expression. Tap into your passion and ignite your internal fire. Oh, I see what's going on. So for some of you, it's like things have been going the same way for a long time that you don't know how to how to express yourself, because you've changed, your feelings have changed, or maybe you have grown. And at the same time, it's like you're outgrowing the old self, but you're still not sure how to express your true self or the new self that you have discovered. Or some of you could be in a situation where you feel like there's no communication and you need to talk. Communication is so important when it comes to human relationship, any kind of relationship, romantic or not. Because first of all, people don't know what's going on in here. For you, things might make sense, but if you don't say it, people don't know. If you don't tell people, they don't know. And there's so many reasons why we keep things to ourselves and we don't tell people what we think. For some, it's like it was never a safe choice. It was never a choice to express themselves. And that can be hard to unlearn, because you have to understand that habits and subconscious patterns and stuff are there to protect you, protect us. If at some point in life it felt unsafe, then that will be your mechanism, like self-defense mechanism. And it's going to be hard to fight it. You're going to have to make sure somehow that it is safe to do so, or that you will be safe to do so. And for some of us, it's just, we're never taught to, so we don't know how to express ourselves. And when it comes to men, it's like a lot of men are taught to like man up, tough up, and not to express themselves, when it's like we are human beings. We all have feelings, and we're gonna have to express the feelings somehow, because if we suppress the feelings, we're bottling it all up. It's going to explode one day, one way or another. So learning how to communicate and express how we feel is really important, okay? And for some of you, maybe you feel like if you're in a relationship or in a situation where you feel like, I don't see this moving forward, I don't know how to take this to the next step, I feel like it's going nowhere, maybe it's time to talk to your partner, okay? If it's safe. If it's not, then you're probably gonna need to remove yourself from the situation. But start with being true to yourself. Like, what do you really want? How do you feel? And can you talk it? Can you discuss this topic with that person? And also follow your passion. For some of you though, this is like, you're gonna go wild. For some of you, it's the opposite end of the spectrum, which is like, I'm gonna go wild. It's good that you know how to express yourself. Make sure you do it in a safe way, in a way that you less likely to regret. Because there's a lot of feelings going on. Because one of the meanings of the devil is also about the untamed energy, and a lot of fire and passion is uncontrolled. So if you're on this end of the spectrum, just make sure you're safe. Make sure all is good for you. That's it. But if you're on the other end, when you're feeling stuck, then learn to express yourself. You don't have to switch personality. The core personality will be the same. We don't really change in that sense, but we can change how we deal with things, how we perceive things, and so on. So this is the message for you. So group number 1, learn to express yourself in the right and safe way, because that can actually take you out of a stagnant situation. All right, now let's move on to group number 2. Let me shuffle the cards a little bit. If you have added up your birthday and birth month and digit it down to a single number and you get number 2, then this card is for you. And by the way, if your number is 2 and this year is a year 1, it means that it's your year 3, is a personal year 3. So apart from the universal number 1, which is a new beginning, new cycle and all, this is also a year where you need to create more, where you need to express yourself. If you're into art, and then do that. If you've thought about creating content, maybe that's what you need to do. And again, it's a year of communication, maybe reaching out and creation. So do something creative. Or if you've had something in mind, maybe it's time to start that project. And here's your card. For sun sign number 2, group number 2, what do we have? Temperance. Temperance is about finding balance. Okay, so your Valentine's message is finding the balance. And it's also about finding peace. This has been coming up a bit lately when I give readings. There's some kind of like, you need peace, you need balance. You don't want drama, that's for sure. So for some of you, group number 2, for some of you, you might feel like going within. And it's like, yeah, I know it's Valentine's Day and all that, but I really need some peace. I don't want to get into drama. So either it's going to be a quiet time, or not in the bad way, but in like, oh, I so deserve this peace. It's a good thing. Or then if you're actively looking for a relationship, or if you're in a relationship, you might feel like you want someone who doesn't cause drama, someone who brings you peace, someone with whom you can feel like you're safe, you're okay, you don't have to go through a lot of, drama, trauma thing. And yeah, trust yourself. If you meet someone new, make sure that they bring to the table what you need and what you want, and try not to get in a relationship just because you're lonely, because you might end up in a different kind of trouble. Make sure that it's good for you, and just finding the balance in general. For some of you, it's also about, oh, we got a jumper. For some of you, it's also about, finding balance between work and personal time. So some of you might need to work a little bit on finding quality time with your loved ones. It doesn't have to be your romantic partner, it could. Or it could be family and friends. Maybe this is a time where you need some quality time with them, and you need to find time for them. Okay, we got a jumper from the Oracle deck, but I'm gonna pick another one anyway. For group number 2. Flow. And then the other one is wisdom. The jumper is a wisdom. Okay. Okay, let's go with the flow first. Flow card. Don't force anything. Trust and surrender. Okay. In a way, it's kind of like keeping the balance with the temperance. Trust and surrender. It means that things will happen in divine time. Personally, I know that a lot of people don't like this term, because it means that you never know. It happens when it happens, right? But the good thing is, it's going to happen. It just let it happen when it happens, right? And surrender doesn't mean giving up. It's a different thing, okay? It's just that you give up the control of the results. Like, I want this, I want it like this, I want this now. Just, let go of that. Do what you need to do if you're in a dating pool, if you're actively looking for something. Yeah, put yourself out there, but also at the same time, don't control the outcome. Like, I'm going out, I'm gonna find someone today. Just let go out, meet people, see where it leads, if that is where you are. But whatever it is, allow things to unfold. And then we got a jumper, wisdom. Share your wisdom. So for a lot of you, I would say a lot of us, because I'm in this group, this is also my year 3. For a lot of you, you need to share your wisdom. Okay, maybe this Valentine is about getting together with like-minded people and spending quality time with them, or maybe just have that meaningful conversation with your special someone. You have wisdom to share, you have a lot to share. You are wise, and some people might gain some insights or learn something from you if you would just share with them. And maybe this is also a way for you to make new connections with people. Meet people, share your wisdom, share your knowledge, experience that might help someone. You never know. And maybe through that, that energy will either attract what you need in a relationship, or if you're in a relationship, maybe that will help somehow. But at least share your thoughts, your experience. Someone might benefit from it, and that's a beautiful message. Now I'm gonna go through to group number 3, and let me shuffle the cards again. And thank you for group number 2 and number 1 for being with me. And if you are in the group 3, your sun number is 3. It means that this is your personal year 4. This is the year to ground yourself, even settle down. This is a year to manifest, for the lack of a better word, in the sense that you need to make something real. You need to take action. You need to do what you need to, find stability in some area of your life. For some people, it might be settling down. Or find some, if you've been drifting, maybe this is a time for you to ground yourself a little bit. And then let's see what card we have for you, group number 3. For this group, we have Judgment. Okay, I actually like the Judgment card, to be honest, because for me it's like a second chance. It's like when you've been through a lot of things and you feel like you deserve a rebirth, a new beginning, or if things were to happen again, you get to choose again, but from a very informed, or at least a more informed perspective with more experience. So for some of you, this might mean that you get a second chance with someone when it comes to love, or that you might reignite the spark with someone, or then you get to make a different choice this time. Whatever it is, I really like it. It's a good card for me. So if you feel like you've been stuck and nothing has moved, this is also a good card to say that soon you're gonna get to make a choice. Soon you're gonna get to go to a new cycle with more experience and more wisdom, which is always a good thing. Or maybe getting resurrected in some way, metaphorically, of course. All right, let's see what we have for the Oracle card for group number 3. What else do you need to know? Playfulness sets free your inner child. Okay. Goes well with the rebirth. Rebirth of the inner child. Okay. Some of you have been in a situation where you also feel kind of like stuck or stagnant, or it's unfulfilling. And not only that, you might get a chance to choose again, choose something different, or that something else will, present itself. You also need to bring back the inner child. Like, go within yourself. Who are you really on the inside? Who was that little girl, a little boy, or a little, person when you were younger? Like, what did you want? And can you add a little bit of playfulness? Maybe you've been so, business-like, it has to be done. You do your duties, you carry a lot of things, and you have no time for yourself, no time to have fun. Have some fun. Have some fun. Be playful. Bring out that inner child, because we all have that somewhere inside of us. Bring out that little kid. Let that little kid have a playtime. Have some fun. Maybe do something creative. Maybe do something you enjoy. Things that you haven't had time to do. And maybe this is also time for you to take care of yourself, in the sense that do what you need to do. Do what is good for your soul. Maybe take a break from grinding with work and things to, rest and be playful. I'm getting, some of you might actually finally see an old dream coming into fruition. Like, if you've dreamt of something as a child, or something you've given up, maybe it will still happen. Ooh, I like it. Thank you so much, group number 3, and we're moving on to group 4. Let me shuffle the cards again. So if you're in group number 4, it means that this year is your personal year 5. And 5 is about movement, change, and growth. Depending on your personality, 5 might be difficult, because it's always like on the move, on the run, moving, changing the environment, or actually moving jobs, moving homes, learning new things and growth. It can be about that too, because it's about expansion and movement. It's good to have that, just that if that happens all the time, it can be too stressful. So for some of us, it feels like, there's nothing to hold on to. Everything is just moving too fast. But for some people, it's like they like it. They can't sit still. And they would rather be on the move than, having quote-unquote peace and stability. So it depends. For some, it's actually a welcoming sign. For others, like, oh, I just need to sit down. Or whatever it is, I hope it's a positive kind of movement, the growth and change that would actually do you good. Usually it does. It usually leads to something else better. And for the card, for group number 4, we have strength. Okay, that goes with the year 5. It feels like a lot of you who are watching this video, you're in that group of, oh, can I just sit down a bit? Like, things are changing all the time. I can't keep up with it. So you're gonna need strength. You're gonna need to persevere. You're gonna need to like find your ground or your center somehow. It's like, when things are moving too fast all around us, things are changing all the time. It's just so hard to find something to hold on to. And this is where we need to find our ground and find the center and find the peace, so that whatever happens outside of us, we're okay. and we can be at peace. So when it comes to love, though, do you feel like you've been the one, like the strong one in the relationship? Or in general, when it comes to human relations, do you feel like you have had to be the strong person? Or you've had to be the one people rely on? Because maybe it's time to rethink it. Maybe it's time to like be there for yourself and let other people learn their lessons their own way, because we cannot save everyone. There's like, what, 8 billion of us on this planet. We can't save every single one. We can't help every single one. We can take care of ourselves and inspire others. And if they would like to take help from us, then we can do that. Okay, but other than that, if you're like so-and-so taming the beast, like other people's beast, then is it worth it? And is it your job? Of course, if you have kids and you have to, be the parent, that is a different thing. Okay, that's totally different. I understand that. But I'm talking about like grown-ups. Like if you have to like be the parent to a partner who's not growing up, who's not taking accountabilities or responsibility for themselves, then are you happy with it? I'm not telling anyone to break up if you're in that kind of relationship or situation. I'm just saying that maybe it's time to like pause. You need strength for yourself too. You need to find some ground. You need to find some energy for yourself too. So for this Valentine's, maybe it's about loving yourself. Let's see what we have for the oracle card. Group number 4. Mindfulness. Clear your mind and be in the moment. See, again, same thing. Find your ground, find your inner peace, find the stillness among the chaos. So it's not much of a love reading. It's more of like the energy that's coming up for the Valentine's Day. Okay, so for some of you, this coming Valentine's Day feels a little chaotic, and you just need to find peace. Just be aware of what is going on around you and try not to take it onto you personally if you can. That would be a message, because you really need that. And in the end, if we don't learn to love ourselves the right way, we can still attract the wrong people, and that is draining. So this is actually a good place to start when it comes to love. Having peace and coming from a good place, so that we bring something good to the table, and then we attract people who would also bring the same energy to the table. So this is actually a good start if that's where you are. So thank you, group number 4. Now we're moving on to group 5. So if your sun number is 5, which means if your birthday and month adds up 2 and digits down to 5, then this is your personal year 6, which means love, family will be the main topic of the year. It doesn't mean that nothing else will happen, but the main focus will be around love, relationship, beauty, aesthetics, and even family. Okay, and let's see what we have for you, group 5. Oh, interesting. Another one with temperance. Finding balance. which goes very well with your year number, because 6 is harmony, and you need to find the balance. For me, it's an alchemy card, in the sense that you need to know what to do, when to do, and how to do it. It's not just the what. It's never just the what. It's also how to do it, how to put different elements together to create harmony or to synthesize the energy. So it goes well with your year number about harmony. This is when you need to find balance. So I'm also getting that for some of you, it's like the balance was off and you need to find the balance. It's almost like a power game for some of you. I'm not saying that you're doing anything bad. I'm just saying that there's been some kind of power struggle and it hasn't been totally equal in the relationship. Maybe it was time to work with that. Or maybe it's just, not finding the right balance, like with work and quality time with your loved ones. It could be just that. It doesn't have to be like, who dominates in a relationship. No one should. It should be equal partnership. But it could be like, you don't have enough time for your family or your partner, or then there's something about managing the time and the energy so that it's in the balance. Right, let's see, what else do we have from the Oracle cards for group 5. Sensitivity. Strike a balance between confidence and gentleness. What was I saying? What was I saying? Find the balance between confidence and gentleness. So there's something about, power struggle, not having the balance, not being equal in the relationship, and having to rethink where you are in the relationship. So yeah. It's also about finding grace. It doesn't have to be like who's right. I mean, if you've had some rough patches and or even arguments with someone close to you, you don't have to fight for who's right. Sometimes you have to find some grace and say, okay, even if you're right, what do you want out of this? Like, do you want to be right and just keep fighting? What if both of you are right, but you come from different perspectives and the applications of what you're saying are for different situations, but you're both right? What about that? Can we, what do you want from this situation, really? Do you want to be like, I'm always right, I know best? Or it's like, okay, even if I'm wrong, is there a way to work this situation out? Is there a way to work this out? Now, it doesn't mean that you, the person who's watching this video, it could be that the other person in the relationship is doing that. There's some kind of balance that needs here in this situation. So, and balance doesn't have to come through force. It doesn't have to come through arguments and fighting for it. Sometimes it's like you can be gentle and you can just discuss things objectively, like as objectively as humanly possible, and just say, look, here's what I think, here is how I see it, and these are the experiences that have formed my opinion, okay, and this has been true for me, and this is what I would like to convey. You can just come with this, like calmness. You don't have to start screaming, because when you're angry, no one's gonna listen to you. When you're angry, no matter how good your intention is, or how right you are about certain situation, or how knowledgeable you are, no one's gonna listen to you. As soon as someone is angry, it just kills the vibe. It kills the entire dynamic of a conversation. So come with it from a calmer place if you can, and try to find a balance if possible. So that would be your Valentine's energy, the vibe. If you want to see about your Chinese New Year energy, go watch my previous video. I know I put that up before I put this. Duh. Right. Thank you so much. And now we're moving on to group 6. Oh, God. I'm trying to keep this short because there's 9 groups. Right. If you're group 6, if your number is 6, then this year is your personal year 7, which is go within. Search your inner light, find your inner wisdom, and try to take it easy and heal. This is a year for healing, for going within, for contemplation. It doesn't mean that you don't do anything at all. If you have work, you still have to work, you still have your daily life, but it might be the time for you to think about certain things a little more. And if you resist, the universe might put you into a situation where you can't do anything else but just be there with yourself and think. So it's better to do that voluntarily, I would say. But this is also an energy of philosopher. So if that is what you've been interested in, maybe it's about time to learn about it, or do something more about the philosophy, or even esoteric teachings, and even sharing information. Like if you're into that, if you have studied a lot, maybe this is a time for you to share your wisdom and knowledge. Right, let's see what the cards say. 6. Oh, you got the Lovers. Okay. This is something a lot of people would like to see because it says a lover. So maybe you actually find someone around Valentine's. Although some of you might feel like you need to make a decision around this Valentine's, because often the Lovers card is about making a decision. Is there something that has been on your mind and you feel like you need to make a choice? Interesting. Go to stay, or which one of these people do I resonate with the most? What is more important to me? What resonates with me? What is more aligned with my values? So these might be useful questions to ask yourself. For some of you, you might actually find something or someone that makes your heart sing. So that is a good thing. Now let's pick an oracle card for you. Group number 6. Release. Let go of what no longer serves you. Oh, I see now. I see. So maybe there's some old energy from the past that you're still hung up on, or that you've been working on but haven't completely overcome. Or maybe there was a pattern in the past that might work back then in the past but doesn't work anymore, and you need to let go of. There's something like some old energy that you need to let go of. Oh, I see. And then with the choice, there is something that at some point felt good, or you thought it was good for you, but lately it doesn't feel the same anymore, or that it doesn't work for you anymore, but it's so hard to let go of. It's like if you have to choose yourself, then you might hurt someone else, or then the new and unknown phase is too scary for you, so you don't really want to do it. And you feel like, can I stay here for a little bit longer? Do I have to make the decision now? So for some of you, there's something that you need to let go of, okay? And know that whatever you release will create space for something new for you, okay? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a bad habit that has been sabotaging you. Maybe it's about like an old pattern that you need to learn to change, that you need to shift your mind around it so that you could bring better things to the table, like less baggage when it comes to relationship. It could be just that. Just that. It's still a big thing. Think about it. Think about what doesn't serve you anymore. It could be your own thought pattern. It could be it's a thing that you feel bad to get rid of. Maybe it's a mindset that needs shifting. Or maybe if you're in a bad relationship, maybe it's time to move on. Okay? Okay? It's not easy, but it will take you to a better place. At least there's less trouble. That's for sure. And now we're moving on to group 7. How long have we been doing this? Oh my God. So if you're in group 7, this year is your year 8. I know a lot of people would say that 8 is abundance. 8 is the, infinity sign on the side, a tip on the sides. 8 is not that easy to deal with, because 8 is also karma. What goes around comes around. You might gain a lot, you might win big, but you can lose just as easily. When it comes to 8, it's like what goes around comes around. If you haven't learned your lesson, it's going to come back to get you. But there is chance of something coming to you, and energy moving along, because this is like, it's moving. It's not stagnant at all. And also about organization. There's something about organizing stuff. This is the year where you might reorganize yourself, or then make more structure for your work and your life in general. Could be about that too. And then let's see what the cards say for group 7. Wheel of Fortune, one of my favorite cards. Goes well with year 8 though, because like I said, you can win big depending on your karma. And then it looks like you might actually win. It looks like you might feel lucky. Things might be looking up for you, especially if you've been doing a lot of inner work, if you've been healing yourself, working on your personal growth, working on releasing the past, the trauma, the pain, on and on, then you might actually see some results. If that's the case, then congratulations, and I think it will be the case, because the wheel is turning, so to speak. It's a lucky card for me. It's a good luck card. It's always a good luck card. So maybe it's time to enjoy it. Congratulations. And let's see what the oracle cards say about you, group 7. I really like the Wheel of Fortune. It's good. All right, so what else do we need to know? What does group 7 still need to know? time to rise from your ashes. See, I just said it. I just said if you've been through a lot, if you've been working a lot on yourself, then it's time for you to rise. It's to change. Things are turning, wheels are turning, things are changing. Or if you, yeah. So if you feel like things have been going bad and you see no end to it, hang in there, because things are turning and you are going to rise. Okay, remember this beautiful phoenix rebirth. Yeah, rebirth. This is beautiful. Oh, okay, this is interesting, because suddenly the wings just caught my eyes, both from the phoenix and from this angel in the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and I have this tendency that, you know, sometimes the spirit and the guide will guide me to see something, or something will just catch my attention, and it's the wings. And you know what came to my mind? I think it was a few days ago. It was recently that I suddenly saw white birds flying. It was like they were set free, and for me it meant freedom, because I just saw like birds like going flying like that, and they were all white, so it could be doves. And for me it meant freedom. It's like you're finally free. So whatever it is you're going through, no matter how hard it is, you know that you're finding freedom right after the process is done. Like when this is all done, when this is all over, you'll be free. Okay, so just hang in there, because things are going to get better for you. All right, this is beautiful. I love it. And now we're on to group number 8. Okay, if your sun number is 8, then this year is your personal year 9, which means that if there have been things have been, you know, if there are things that have been hanging in there, you're gonna need to tie loose ends. You need to wrap it up, or maybe it's about, you know, finding the humanitarian side in the things, finding the compassion, because things, for some of you, things doesn't seem very easy. Certain things have to end. And an ending is not really easy, even though you know that it's for the better. It's not always easy, but it can also mean that this is the year that you're going to help other people or work with other people, because 9 is very humanitarian. So this is someone who's like social worker, someone who wants good for all, someone who thinks of society and of the world and global situation. And this is a caring energy. Okay, so it could be that you just, if that's what you're interested in, maybe you need to volunteer somewhere. If you feel called to do it, maybe you've been thinking about it, then maybe this could be the year for you to do it, if that's what you're called to do. Or maybe just, you know, helping around people around you. Maybe this is a year where people around you might need your support more than usual, and you just need to have to be there, find that, you know, compassion and the humanitarian side of you to help them. It could be that, or then if it feels like, okay, there are things that have been hanging in there and they're just going nowhere, maybe it's time to wrap it up. And now let's see what Tarot says for group number 8. Temperance again. Did I tell you guys that I've been seeing this a lot lately? Not just today, okay? But was it in the annual reading, or was it in a Chinese reading too? But recently, it's like balance intuition, balance peace all over the place. It's like collectively, we need to find balance, okay? Balance and peace, okay? Very interesting. Is there anywhere in your life where you feel like it's out of balance? Or is there any relationship, like any kind, romantic, friend, family, work, co-workers, relationship, that you feel like it's out of balance? Maybe you need to find some balance in that. Interesting. Let me get the oracle card and see what the card says for group 8. Past life. You have unfinished business from your past life. I'm getting not necessarily past life. It could be past, like your past in this lifetime, but there's some unfinished business that you need to work on. Yeah, it goes well with your personal year number, which is 9, like tying loose ends. Yeah, you have unfinished business from your past. You need to tie some loose ends. When it comes to relationship though, because what I'm getting is that this could be just a general energy for some of you, but for some of you, this is about like tying loose ends from your past, like past relationships. Maybe there are things that kind of like over but not totally over. You're gonna need to work on that, because where do you want to go with the current situation? Like if you're looking for a new relationship, or maybe you just got into a relationship, but then there's still something about the past relationships that's still hanging in there. What do you think that will make your new person feel? Right? So just do it properly. If you want to end something, just really end it. Of course, there are situations where you might still need to be in touch with the person. If it comes to relationships, I mean, like for example, if you have kids together, you're gonna have to see the kids, and then you have to kind of be friends with them. You still have to be in touch with them. That is totally fine, and it should be like that. You shouldn't just ditch the kid. But if there's something that feels like it's not finished, it's not discussed, and then it can cause you complications in the future, then maybe it's time to work on that. Tie up loose ends. Ooh. It just occurred to me. For some of you, someone from your past might return. Like you had unfinished business, okay? It was like whatever happened, however it ended, it's like one of you had to find closure on their own, or that there was never a closure, or that you thought it was over, but there was kind of something there. They might come back into your life. It could, and might as well be someone from your past life that you're destined to meet again in this lifetime. Could be that, and could also be someone from this lifetime that you thought was in the past. They might come back, and then you get to choose from the point of view of where you are right now. Like, do you still want that? And if you do, how are you going to make it last this time? Or or maybe they come back so that you can find a closure, like just tie up loose ends. Maybe they come back to teach you a lesson, or to show you where you are. Maybe when they come back, you'll see like, oh, actually, I'm not like there anymore emotionally. But yeah, see where you are. See what you want out of it. Do you want to restart something? Or do you feel like I'm actually not there anymore and I'm good there back to show me that I don't want this anymore in my life? or then you feel like actually it was never really over between us, but how are you going to find the balance so that it works for both of you? Is there some apologies owed? Is there something that one of you needs to learn and to change so that, you know, it doesn't hurt either of you anymore in the future? How are you going to work that out? Because it is also about, you know, finding the right elements, putting the right elements in the right place so that you can create a balanced result. It's not just what to do, but it's also how are we going to do it? Like, how do we make it work? How do we move on from the past pain and hurt? How do we heal from that together? Okay? This is not just about one person or the other. Relationships involve more than one person. Okay? So you're going to have to find a way together to do this. All right? And I wish you all the best. Okay? Whatever you choose, I hope it's the choice that will bring you most happiness. And if you choose to go back to someone from your past, I hope you find the right way that will help you, like both of you, to move forward together. All right? So that is also interesting. And now we're moving on to the last group, which is group number 9. And group number 9, if you're in this group, then your personal year is actually year 1, because this year is year universal year 1, and then 9 plus 1 is 10, which digits down to 1. Sorry, I keep looking this way. My camera is this way because I used to have camera that way. Now I'm confused. Anyway, so for group number 9, your personal year is 1, which means that now you find a new beginning, new cycle, new ideas, new projects, new way of living. It's a good start. It's like you get to start again. Isn't it cool? Like you get to start again. And oh yeah, another thing is 1 is also about individuality. It's not about, you know, being egotistic and so me, but it's also about your personal power. It's like who you are as a person. Finding yourself, finding your voice, having healthy boundaries and all of that. So it's also about the self, the healthy self, finding and working on the healthy self. Okay? And what would the tarot say about you around the Valentine's time for group number 9 with the year 1? Lovers. Straight away I'm getting decision. Is there something you need to think? Is there a choice to make in order for you to move on and have that new beginning that you so deserve? Or maybe for some of you, this might be a beginning of a new relationship, a new love. That could also be the case, but definitely something new coming to you, or a new cycle, new energy for you in this year. I'm going to have to clarify that with oracle cards. And for group number 9, what else do you need to know? Wisdom. It's like I keep getting the same cards on repeat. Like I was gonna say the whole year, but it's only February. But I feel like I've done so many readings that same cards just keep appearing. Like really, really, it's like the major theme for us human beings this year. So one of the other theme is wisdom. Share your wisdom. I'm trying to get the feel of it. Okay, so first thing first, you are a very intuitive person and you have inner wisdom. For some reason, you haven't been able to share it. Maybe you haven't found the time, the opportunity, the right place and right people to share that with, or maybe you're shy, you feel like you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to talk, you just don't want to be noticed at all. Whatever it is, whatever your reason is, you have a lot of inner wisdom that you can share with people, and you never know, someone might benefit from it, someone might learn something from it, you might be able to help someone out by just sharing your wisdom or your experience. You have something that you can give and share. So trust that you know, or at least you're sharing your experience, and that is enough. Okay, what I'm getting is that when it comes to, looking at these together, like the Lovers and wisdom together, first thing that I'm getting is that you actually know about your inner wisdom, your abilities, your skills, your talents. You know you have a lot to share, you have a lot to give, and you know that you're good at it, but you haven't had the right opportunity to do it. And you've been thinking about it. You have been trying to make a decision on what to do with it, or even how to do it. For some of you, it's not like, what do? I know I have a lot to give, I want to share, but how do I do it? I don't know how. Okay, so the Lovers card is here to say that you're gonna have to make that decision. And once you know for sure that you're doing it, then the universe might show you the way. The how will come. For now, you just have to make the decision. Do you want to do it or not? Okay, and I think you want to do it. And I think that you want to show the world, or at least some people, that you are able to do certain things, that you have something to share, something helpful, something insightful to give to your circle or your society or to the world. And this might lead you to your happiness, in the sense that you might feel better about yourself, you might feel more joy, and it will be fulfilling. And those feelings are really positive, and they can get you into, the higher vibration, which will attract more things, like more good things into your life. So have a think about it. Think about what you can share with the world, how you can share that with the world. I feel like I need to pick another card for you. Hold on. I'll get another oracle card for you, group 9. Nature. Raise your vibration by connecting to nature. Yeah, okay. See, again, raising your vibration. If you don't know, if you can't make a decision yet, go into the nature, go for a walk, go somewhere where you can find peace and relax and rest your mind a little bit. It might come, because when we're in the more relaxed state, we seem to receive wisdom and intuition. Okay, when we're too busy, we don't hear the intuition. So yeah, go for a walk in the nature. Go, somewhere quiet, somewhere you can find peace. Even just to go out and get some fresh air a little bit, that would do you good. I need to listen to that, but it's been so cold. Like, it was minus 24 degrees Celsius a week ago or something. I didn't go out at all. I need to go out more, but oh. Yeah, well, so I need to listen to that as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope this give you a spark, and then it helps you with shifting your energy so that you attract more of what you love. All right. If you like this video, if you enjoy it, like, subscribe, share, so that other people can also find this video. And I still do personal readings, but you have to go to my website to book that. I'll put that link in the description. Okay, I'm not gonna just ask you to I don't know, and set up a meeting with you unless you were my friend. But even with my friends, I still like, if you want a session, go to the website so I know that someone is actually booking from me. There's no scammers and frauds in between. Okay, so if you want a personalized session, go to my website. All right, I'll catch you again later.